Alright, this is the GE washing machine. It's a GTW725BSNWS. It's a nice machine. This is a 4.6 cubic foot with a dual action agitator, which a lot of people really like these days. It does have, let me just back up. I've already done a video on the GTW720. This is the GTW725. Literally the only difference between these two is the 725 has the dual action agitator, whereas the 720 has the infuser. So if you've already seen that video, this one's going to be pretty much identical. Anyway, this does have the soft closed glass lid as well, and the tempered glass on here, so you don't have to really worry about breaking it if something falls on it, short of a hammer or something really heavy and hard like that. But it does have 12 wash cycles. You've got a cycle for each type of clothing that you may be washing. Your colors, whites, delicates, jeans. Activewear is kind of like this Under Armour stuff, your moisture wicking. You need a little different wash action for that. And then you've got over here on the right side, you got towels, bulky, your other settings. This also has GE's stain removal guide, and those are the 5 most Googled stains on how to remove. So you just touch your button here, choose your stain that you're having trouble dealing with, and it'll change the wash action through its algorithms. It's a pretty cool little feature. This also has, one of the features I like is this deep fill here. That is a dual threat when it comes to washing today. So this deep fill, if you push it once, while you're already in the middle of a cycle, what it does is it'll add 3 gallons of water. That's good if you've forgotten, say a pair of jeans or something, you're walking by, you have to throw them in there, just hit that button, it'll add 3 gallons. Alternatively, if you've not started your cycle yet, you can hold that deep fill button down for 3 seconds and it will override the low water usage. So that'll actually give you 26 gallons of water in your wash cycle, 26 gallons of water in your rinse, and if you're doing a second rinse, it'll add the 26 gallons there as well. This does have 3 different rinse settings. Also, you've got a warm rinse setting, you got also just the regular extra rinse, you've got a deep rinse. You'll use that when you're using fabric softener, but those can come in really handy for, say you have sensitive skin. It really makes sure that it gets all that detergent out. The flex dispenser, yeah, this is pretty neat. Yeah. Most washers these days, they're high efficiency washers, will have a dispenser of some sort, but this one gives you a place for your fabric softener and your liquid or powder detergent. But they add in this nice little place for pods, so this will actually bust your pod. You just throw it in there, it takes care of it. You don't have to throw it down in the bottom and worry about all that. The motor has an 800 RPM spin speed, so when it does go into that spin cycle to sling the water out of the clothing, it's going to extract more water from it. What that's going to mean to you is less time in the dryer, and in turn less money on your electric bill. So with this spinning faster and extracting more water, that's going to save a little bit more money. That's also part of why these things are high efficiency. It has to do with that spin speed. It does have an automatic suspension balance system, so as it's sensing the load is off balance, it will move things around. Like, there are little gel in here with ball bearings, and they kind of counteract unbalance issues. These things will get out of balance, however, if the clothes or the load inside is heavily unbalanced, and it'll give you an error message. You just have to move it around, but it's the nature of the beast. With that 800 RPM motor, that means you've got a direct drive motor, which basically means there's no belt. It's connected directly to the bottom of this tub. That gets you that 10-year limited warranty on the motor only. So you've got a year parts and labor on the full machine. You've got years 2 through 9, they will cover parts only for the motor. That's pretty good though. I mean, that's more than most manufacturers will do. You need to make sure you can fit this machine, however. With the lid, it's a little taller than some. With the lid open fully, you're going to need 56.5 inches of clearance. So if you have a shelf up above your washing machine, then make sure you've got at least 56.5 inches of height for your clearance. And it's only 27 inches wide, so that's not very wide as far as washers go, but it is a big capacity. It is 4.6 with the agitator, and that is large enough to hold a comforter. So GEs are assembled in the United States. They use about 80% American parts. Good machines. I'm a fan, especially of the Agitator model personally. But nice machines.